What is going on, everyone? It's Ken Beard Trades back at it again with another video, and I'm going to be doing another high frequency breakdown, breaking down just this upcoming week. I know I made a video not too long ago breaking down my thoughts on the overall market direction, overall market trend. This will be sort of a similar video, just uh, instead in this video I'm going to be breaking down a position I'm thinking about putting on, and I'm going to be breaking down um, just a little bit more stuff in more depth about just what's going on and what you should probably be looking out for coming up this week as well. So got some metrics here. First thing that we're going to look at and take into consideration are some of these economic events. What is going on? It's a busy week in the market. A busy week in the market. A lot of things going down that are going to affect the price action. That's going to affect whether or not we continue our trend or whether or not market goes into another crashing sort of type dilemma. And looking at just some economic events coming up this week. Monday we got manufacturing PMI, the ISM manufacturing index, the construction spending. Now it's only three on Monday, and those are the three right there. So if you pay attention to these things and if they affect your trading, well, here you go. You got these right here. These are the three things, and you can see the previous either percentage and whatnot that they were um, that they reported last time those events happened. As you can see right here, you got 53.3 and 55.4 for the manufacturing index. The construction spending was 1.4%. Tuesday we have the election day, which is probably the biggest thing of the year when it comes to um, the S&P 500 overall market being affected by this election day. So we got that on Tuesday, uh, and then we got factory orders, motor vehicle sales on Tuesday as well. So I think the main mover is going to be this election day, of course. I think the election day will have an impact on the entire week, and it's already been having an effect on price action, and it hasn't even hit yet. So election day will definitely have quite a bit of an impact. So we want to keep a lookout for that. Wednesday we got ADP employment report, trade deficit, market service PMI, ISM service index. Thursday we got initial jobless claims, two initial jobless claim, federal and state NSA, regular state program SA, continuing jobless claims, federal and state. Productivity, unit labor costs, Federal Reserve meeting announcement at 2 p.m. and Fed Chair Jerome Powell news conference on Thursday. So Thursday being quite a mover day as well for the overall market. Any type of positions you have that may be swinging overnight, um, just keep in mind these things coming up, and that's what I'll be keeping in mind as well because I'm planning on having a position, and I'm going to get into that a little bit later. So Friday we got non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, wholesale inventories, and consumer credit. So a busy week for the overall market. Like I said, I think this week we will see a lot of movement, if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys saw that little thing that I just put up in the beginning of the video, as you saw, someone is not creating, but putting in a $3.8 billion bet. That's just some order. That's just if you look at order flow, you understand that when you have these big order flows, these big orders coming in on a big bet like that, clearly there has to be someone that knows more about this market than I do. And so, me not being a financial advisor or any type of, I'm not a economic master, or I don't have my PhD in economics or anything like that. No, I don't have any of that. But I can sort of give you guys a hint of what's going to happen coming up in the future based on those economic events. And so, You saw that order put in for those November 4th calls, puts. Someone is betting that this market is going to crash, which is leading my hypothesis going in with my position that I'm going to get into right now. So looking at the SPY overall, having this uptrend, and as we're having this uptrend, we're continuously meeting this. And actually, if you wanted to, you could remove this, and I could place a better trend line to actually show you that we're still in an uptrend. We're not in a downtrend yet. We're not in a downtrend yet. Now, maybe on a lower time frame or on a downtrend, but on the daily, we're still in an uptrend. We're still making higher highs. Now, here we made a lower high. We made higher highs. We came down, and we tried to push off of this 100, but we failed to make a higher high. We failed to get up to this 458.75. Oh, my fault. 358.75 high. We failed. We made a lower high, and we dumping back again hard with this strong volume to the downside. MACD curling down at the zero line, kind of curling down under below the zero line. So I believe that if this thing continues and the 100 starts to act as, you can actually see here, the 9 is crossing below the 50, which is showing a sharp downtrend. Now, if we break through this trend line, hold up, and continue, I think that we can get down to 290, 294s potentially. Maybe even down, maybe 310s. I think that it'll drop a significantly amount with this upcoming election. It's a lot of driving factors. Right? So, what I was looking at on a shorter time frame, if we go to this 1 hour chart, you can see just some of the levels we consolidated up here between this 345 and 75, broke down, consolidated between this 341 and 335, broke down, and now we're kind of consolidating once again in this chop zone. And my new level I'm looking for tomorrow going into the day is, if we can get below this previous day low. I'm gonna look at this on the, my thing is lagging here because I'm recording, so it's kind of difficult to control this piece of shit. Let's see. So 322.60s is the previous day low, and you can see we're kind of bouncing around the trend line that I had put, going up a little bit below it, coming up, going a little bit below it. So it's not really doing anything besides just consolidating. We're just consolidating and chopping around this thing. And so if tomorrow in the morning we're back down around this area, and we get to this 322.60 area, if the buying pressure looks strong, I'm gonna be watching time and sales in level 2. I want to see if the buyers or the sellers are in control. Now, what could happen is we could float around this 322.60 area. We can break below it. The stop losses get triggered, and buyers have to push that thing back up. Everyone panic sales. Panic out of their position to close their, whatever it may be. And just believe, there's probably something down here, some orders down here that can push this price back up. As you see, we've been rejected, supported up multiple times above this 322.60 area. So this is a critical level. So that's the level I'm going to be watching out to the downside tomorrow. Now, if we get back to the upside, then that I won't do the play anymore, and it'll be a whole different scenario. I may look to go long above this 330.09, 330.10, 330.27, up here. Got some resistance up here, and then you got some, which was support, now acting as some resistance up here at 335.54. So we have levels to the upside, but the main level I'm focusing on with the overall trend and the overall volume which is on what I'm watching. That volume is spiking here, and you can see that it kind of looks like we're shifting below that 100. We broke through, we held, staggered up, and then we continued to go down. But the buyers did push it very drastically back up from that 322.60 area. which is a sign that the buyers are seeing this and pushing that back up. They're not respecting that 322.60 level to the downside. They don't think it's that worthless yet. So that's what I'm looking at for the SPY. And so, like, other indicators that I pay attention to, of course, the VIX. We broke this down in a previous video. VIX had a nice spike to the upside. Anytime you see something like this, be concerned with your long positions. Now, on the short side, on the order put side, if you're buying puts, this can be good. Now, if VIX continues to sell off, as you see right here, we got to 41s, and we started to see some rejection. We started to see a hold up, a halt a bit, and I was kind of not looking like it's going any higher or wants to go any higher. Now you can see we're just kind of in this chop phase on VIX. Now VIX spikes and gets back above 41.16. Okay, well then we got some short interest. A lot of short interest. As you see, if we go back to SPY, I actually seen something that was quite interesting. We had a market on closing balance, 200 million to the sell. Now, whenever that happens, I usually see the market sell off on a market open, or if it says to the buy side, we see the market push up on the open. That's what happened to me last time I was in a position. That's what I'm figuring to happen again. What will happen again? If it says it's a large number to the sales side, 200 million, it's not that high. Usually, I've seen higher before, but 200 million is decent. So we could see a minor, just micro strong sell off, and that's what we want. We want to see that sell off. We want to see it get to 322.60s and break below and keep going lower for our spot play. So let's see. So let's look at, I already viewed this on one of my things. Another stock I got up here that I'm gonna be watching is Peloton. So Peloton up here on a very strong downtrend, pulling back towards this 50-day exponential moving average. Now, as we're pulling back, we do got some previous rejection around this level. We could continue to sell off to this 100 area. If we get to this 100 area, we could potentially probably see a bounce. But if not, this is a critical level to watch to see if sellers or buyers are going to take over on Peloton. Peloton rallied to 139.75, and that was the exhaustion point. And now we're taking profits, and it's been a pretty decent downtrend ever since those new highs that we made. Another big stock that I'm gonna be watching, NIO. NIO broke out. We made all-time highs, but now NIO stalling out here at that 3220 area. Let's look at it on a lower time frame here. You can actually see it looks like a flag pattern. Now, NIO kind of does what it wants to do. So if NIO rallies tomorrow, hits back above 322.20s, I won't be surprised to the downside. I'm looking at NIO at 29.32s to be exact, or 29.30s to be exact. So that's everything that I'm going to break down on today. What else did I have on my thing? Earnings for this week. So as you can see here, these are some earnings we got. A pretty busy week, like a stacked ass list. If you ask me, we got PayPal this week. PayPal was a stock that I was actually watching. So we go to PYPL. Let's look at PayPal. I had this thing. I was looking at it, matter of fact. So PayPal, looking very poor right now, pulling back all the way to that 100-day. We've just been kind of consolidating, not really going anywhere. We have like this range pretty decent range of about 215 all the way down. So we got this support down here at 172. And I mean, if you ask me, it looks like a poor performing stock. I don't know why it's poor performing. We did make highs not too long ago, but pulling back pretty drastically right to this 100. If the 100 doesn't hold, and earnings, we report earnings Monday, it's gonna miss. If it beats, well, I can't say if it's gonna miss or beat, but if earnings beats, I think that will still sell off. If earnings miss, I think we'll still sell off. Just because the overall condition of the market, it already looks like a weak performing stock, if you ask me. Um, I had this sort of thing going on here. I'm not sure what I was doing, but let's get this line back here. But you can just see that it's just in this channel going downwards. If we don't see anything soon, if this thing opens, well, aftermarket tomorrow. So aftermarket, we'll see how PayPal wants to perform. But it's looking like a pretty clean retracement for PayPal. I'm not sure if this is a retracement. Looks sort of like a retracement. We could bounce, but if the market doesn't do well, I think that it's going to drag most of these stocks down. We got a level here at 177.20s, and then we got another level down here at 171.48s, and that's in the next support level. So that's what we want to watch out for. I'm gonna actually chart these levels so that I have them remembered. So that's what I'm gonna be looking out for on this PayPal. PayPal, decent stock, not bad volume, trading it with 12 million shares. Um, so I'm gonna keep it out. I'm gonna keep it on my watch list. I want to see what it can potentially do. What else we got? We got AMC, Marathon, uh, Tuesday we got Ferrari. Interesting. So I probably won't, Roku, Uber. Those are some stocks that I pay attention to. CVS, I had CVS. I'm gonna put CVS back on my watch list. I liked CVS. I did like CVS, trading about $56. We were in this channel, sort of kind of breaking out, pulling back, retesting. So want to see if maybe we can get back below this 55.40 level. If we can get back below that 55.40, we may look decent. Trading with about 8 million shares on average per daily. What we did last Friday. Nothing compared to, of course, this AMD, or nothing compared to, of course, an Apple or something like that. But it's decent enough to still trade in it and make a profit. It's strange how Netflix is only trading with 7, but yeah, we'll take a look at these starting tomorrow. And so I hope you guys have a good trading week this week. I'm gonna be reporting back. I'll probably have another video up this upcoming Friday, just kind of reporting back to you all how my SPY position is doing and whatnot, or if I even enter into this SPY position. But if I do, you guys will see it. If you have any questions, anything like that you want answer, any concerns, leave a comment down below, and I will love to answer any questions you may have. That's all, and I will see you guys in the next one.